Hi. Welcome to Fixated, a podcast with us,
Ellen and Joelle. I'm Joelle.
I'm Ellen. Here we talk about the media and the culture and stuff we just can't look away from.
Yes, the stuff that we just can't seem to get over.
And why it all matters so much to us. In this second episode, which is very exciting, we talk about the non-media things that we're fixated on lately and some of the media things that we're fixated on that we've been watching. We talk about Wuthering Heights. We talk a little heated rivalry books. All the big stuff.
Things.
Exactly.
That's it. Fun little episode.
Yeah.
Please enjoy.
This is episode 2. Very exciting.
Yes, exactly.
Super exciting.
Yeah, still kind of our little like 1-2 punch intro situation.
Just beginning.
Exactly.
It's
just
great.
our meeker beginnings.
Our humble beginnings.
Humble beginnings. Yes, exactly. I'm being like an iPad kid right now. If I keep on like looking down, which I wonder how much I did that in the first episode. For like
Seemed normal to me.
Yeah, only our audio listeners. Because presumably we have video up. Obviously, it doesn't matter to you if I've been looking down a bunch, but I'm curious and apologize.
I've been locked in on looking at your beautiful, beautiful face, so couldn't be.
Well, you know,
because I've got nothing else to look at right now.
Well, when you put it like that, no. Yeah, excited to be here for round 2.
It's great. All good stuff.
Episode 2 already. I mean, look at us. We're kind of geniuses for being
this is great.
Let's pull the wool over people's eyes and cut this in half and call it another episode.
Exactly. It's great. It's our marketing backgrounds.
Yes, our
my marketing background.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like your existent marketing background.
Yes. My
not
marketing
mine.
Current. What is it? Marketing present, not background.
Your marketing
my life.
Yeah, we wanted to. For this episode, we are starting it like we will normally start our episodes. Yes. Last episode, y'all got a little intro to us. We were kind of just getting it started. But yes, on Fixated, we're just talking about the things we're fixated on.
Exactly.
Fixated pod again, figuring out exactly how it rolls off the tongue to say fixated pod, whatever. And so let's start with our
non-media things that we're fixated on at the moment.
Exactly. What, if anything, that isn't media related?
That's true. I had to struggle to think about it a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
And I knew this was coming.
It's legit hard.
Because sometimes media is the main thing to fixate on, if you're us.
Often.
Often.
Dare I say.
Yeah.
That's the premise. The premise of this podcast.
So true.
Saying my piece.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I should go first.
Sorry. Yeah, you go first because I said it first. Okay. I mean, I said whatever.
Yeah. Now we have a fight. A friendship fight. At the top of the second episode.
We still post it. Oh, that's awesome.
It'd be great. Non-media things that I am fixated on this week, the last 2 weeks, the last month. I don't know. We kind of have the entirety of February to work with, basically. The first thing, how do I want to put this? Let me think about the best. Okay. The first thing I'll say is the Serenity Prayer. It's the Serenity Prayer. If you guys don't know the Serenity Prayer, look it up. You probably need the Serenity Prayer. I am somewhat, hopefully my mother will not hear this, a lapsed Catholic. She knows it. She does know that. A bit of a lapsed Catholic, but Lord, the way things are going on these days.
Sometimes you got to return to that Catholicism.
Yeah, I'm literally like truly, God give me the strength. And no, but the Serenity Prayer is always good. You know, give me the, what is it? I see it over here.
You've got it.
Yeah, I like printed it out. Oh yeah, I should say, God. Like this is like for real. Like this is for real. Like this is, I needed the physical reminder.
You needed, and that's real. I really respect that.
Yeah. I like got back from this trip that I went on that was a family trip. family reasons, which weren't great. Funeral.
Really hedging.
Yeah. For some reason I feel like it's such a downer to be like, I was there for the funeral. But
family reasons that weren't great.
Family reasons that weren't great. Fill in the blank. No, but it ended up being like a nice trip overall, but you know, it kind of reminds you of like life and things and yeah, it just kind of like that coupled with the other stressors that kind of are on a scale of things. I thought about the Serenity Prayer and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I need the Serenity Prayer and I need some affirmations. So I need to build out some affirmations, get into my woo-woo bag a little bit. And so I print out the Serenity Prayer.
Love.
Serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Yes.
Love that.
The courage to change the things I can. Me cheating, looking at not off book yet. And the wisdom to know the difference.
Period. And you know, that's in a Macklemore song. He says it in, I don't remember the song. A song.
Macklemore.
Yeah. He's great. Everybody Google Macklemore song with Serenity Prayer.
Go for it.
I don't know which one it is, but I feel like I remember enjoying that when I was, I don't know how old I was.
Yeah. Macklemore, he insists upon himself and let him.
Does.
He's got good politics. That's the one thing.
He's great. I love him. Everything he's saying, I'm on board with. It's great.
So yeah, the Serenity Prayer has been there. I think it's working. I see it every time I sit by my desk and the moment I wake up, and hopefully it will make me feel less bad in my mind and body at the very least, day to day.
All you can really ask for, I guess.
Yep. 2 thumbs up. Feeling great. Everything's fine.
Everything's great.
Everything's great. Yes. And relatedly, then I think there's like a series of things to which the Serenity Prayer is applicable. Are my next things that I'm fixated on. That's what I think.
Okay.
Number 1, this is basically media related. Hozier collab with everyone but me.
He's always
fresh off my
people popping up places.
For some reason he decided to make a stink this week and show up out of the blue.
Yeah.
And he was on SNL keying with these young men.
Clients.
Yes, exactly. Are tethered in another sense.
Yes.
We're so them.
We are really them.
We're so them.
They're kind of so us, actually. I rebuke that. They are so us because we did it.
We knew each other. Exactly. We knew each other before they knew each other.
Yeah. And we were Joelle Ellen before they were HUDCon. So
period.
That's all I have to say on that. I love to say that because it's never all I have to say on that. But
now we're exactly. Now we're beefing with them and they don't even know.
We are, yeah.
Now we're rivals. Ooh. Well, 1 second.
Wait, hang
on. Just to set the scene, I don't have to go too much with it, but just to set the scene, I'm fresh off of my flight from said family trip. Long day of travel. It's midnight at baggage claim, and Ellen's watching that Connor SNL episode
with my sister,
with her sister, and texting me, live tweeting,
of course,
me. And
also, it was a group chat. The third member of the group was not responding.
Yeah, exactly.
She was not interested.
I don't think she did at any point in time respond to this.
She probably didn't even read it. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, bestie. And I can't remember exactly what you said, but you basically were like, oh, something happened that I don't want to tell you about.
He popped up and I said, Joelle is going to hate this.
And she was right.
I did, yeah. I was texting you. I was like, I don't want to spoil it, but something horrible for you just happened.
Yeah.
And
the way that my breath left my body.
You said, tell me now. And
when I made her tell me.
Because that's the thing, it wasn't expected. I was kind of expecting Hudson to show up. Like, I didn't really think that it was going to happen, actually. But I wasn't surprised, obviously, when it did.
Yeah.
But Hozier?
I was like, girl,
that was crazy. That was targeted at you.
I was almost legit angry because I was like, again, my invite must have gotten lost in the mail.
I was upset to not be in that room.
What is this? Yeah, I was like, what in the world? Anyways, and of course that is connected to my deep delusion that
of course,
you know,
someday we'll be in that room.
Yeah, need I say more? The room where it happens, please.
Exactly.
Get me in there.
We have to delude ourselves.
Yes.
But I don't think that's exactly it's not delusion, it's premonition.
Ooh. And that's what happens when you switch your perspective. You know what I'm saying? Premonition is crazy. But it's crazy in a way that I understand so deeply. And that's why the serenity prayer comes into play once more.
Okay.
Because it's like, look, I can accept that's something I cannot change when I am touching down in South Carolina. I'm gonna bleep that. Y'all don't even know where I live. But I also could have the courage one day to change that.
That's really real.
And that knowing that is the wisdom.
The wisdom to know that difference. That's really good.
Exactly. Otherwise, I really liked the SAG Awards rom-com montage that I can't find online. So again, we were
FaceTiming as you watched that, and I was not watching it, but I was listening to you watch it, and I was really upset to not be watching it.
I didn't even have the sound on, but I was like, because I just love a rom-com, and it seemed like a great little montage, and they threw Heated Rivalry in there. The only thing I can find when I search it is it's like the wayward tweet of being like, y'all, they put Heated Rivalry in there. And I can't find the full thing. So I'm gonna have to send a message to Netflix and SAG to release that montage. Because it looked really nice. Yeah, I love it. I mean, what is a montage if not an edit?
That's so true. That's like the history. The roots.
Yeah. Sorry, that was so stupid.
No, it wasn't. That was really
Yeah. And then also quickly, the weather, I think it's just allergies making me sick again. Serenity, that's okay. We can power through. And then the job hunt, which is actually the reason for the serenity prayer, but
it all comes back.
It's hard out here. It's hard. That's all. So hard, but we're powering through. And that's great. So those are my fixated things. Those are the non-media things.
Your fixations.
My fixations. Thank you. Yes.
Mine. That's my big one.
Yes.
My biggest one at the moment that I'm fixated on, wearing scarves. It's kind of almost spring in New York. I'm manifesting it being spring in New York. Well, and a little spring scarf moment is really gorgeous. Cute. It's really fun. I've been working on being a scarf girl for a while, and I don't know if I'm quite there, but I'm losing my words. I'm making it become.
Yes.
No.
Becoming Michelle Obama.
Exactly. So true. Yeah. She wrote that about me wearing a scarf, actually.
Exactly. You're assuming the position of a scarf wearer, which makes you a scarf wearer.
Thank you. It's I'm making it be true.
Exactly.
My other thing. Okay. This is media, but it's not because it's a concept. I'm really fixated on the concept of sports-focused media that is not sports. Lately, I've been watching a lot of sports rom-coms. Take that as you will.
Tell us about them.
Oh, I'm gonna. Don't you worry. It could be because of the Olympics, which I was really into watching. It could be because of Heated Rivalry, which obviously I was also watching. It could be because I went to my first NBA basketball game the other day, which was really fun. It was a good time. It was a good, cute time. And so now I'm watching every sports movie I can get my hands on, which is crazy because I'm not a sports girl and I never have been. And so I haven't seen any sports movies ever. And now I'm watching them all. They're fun. I watched Miracle. I watched A League of Their Own. I watched...
nice.
Now I'm forgetting. Like a lot more. I watched...
Which one was the best one thus far?
Can I say Heated Rivalry? Even though I wasn't counting that, like, obviously that's up there.
That's fair.
I know you've seen this, Joelle. I watched it. Oh my God, I was going to say Turkish. It's not Turkish. Movie called And Then We Danced about...
Wait, Sorry, sleeper
ballet
cell
dancers.
activated.
Not ballet. Yeah.
Wait,
That was another sports one. That one was really, really good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that is such a devastating film.
Yeah.
That is so good. I didn't know you watched that.
It hasn't hit the letterboxd yet. Yeah, I just watched it.
Shoot.
I forgot to mention it to you.
I really like that movie, and the director, I believe his name's Levin Aiken or something like that. I don't know if that's that's how you pronounce it. Because I believe he is Georgian.
Georgia. That's what it. Jordan.
Yes.
That's what it is. Not Turkey.
He directed, or he has directed some episodes of Interview with the Vampire.
That's crazy.
I believe so.
Oh
Someone can fact check me, but it's a crazy little.
I'll believe anything. I need to watch it with that.
Yeah. Which also, I feel like that's something. Oh, I'll come back to that later. Anyways,
yeah, great movie. I watched a rom-com about a figure skater and a hockey player, which was fun. It was like kind of. I wasn't I was a little whatever about it, but like the concept of hockey in my mind is so big right now because I watched the women's gold medal game, and then I of course watched the men's gold medal game, which even before everything went wrong, I was obviously more excited about the women's hockey game. That's who I am as a girl in my heart.
Of course.
What else did I watch? Something. No, I'm forgetting.
That's a lot of sports media.
It's a lot of sports media. And it's really fun, and I'm really enjoying it.
Yay, sports era.
Yeah, I'm really in my sports era. Good stuff. Yeah. Okay, so the concept of a sports movie without having to watch the actual sport itself or know anything about the sport itself is really what I'm fixated on.
Fantastic.
My next one is Getting Caught in the Rain, which sounds really annoying. It is not happening to me on purpose, and I'm not even really liking it, but it does keep happening to me. I think because I just moved, which like you can tell by the scary nothingness behind me. But I moved, and I have 3 umbrellas, and they're all missing. So I do keep getting stuck in the rain with no umbrella.
Do you still have that umbrella that our good friend down below?
Yeah. Well, the 3 umbrellas are one that I bought myself my freshman year of college, one that our neighbor below us, who was so lovely one time, saw Joelle leaving the apartment in a torrential downpour, I think, and offered it to you.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yeah. A good umbrella.
A really good umbrella. And then the third that isn't mine, I will be giving it back someday. A dear friend of ours left at our apartment a year ago, over a year ago. Yeah. Oh my God, maybe 2. Sorry, girl. She'll be getting that back someday.
2 years.
She
2
definitely
years of a ransom umbrella.
It's a nice umbrella. I've never used it, but it's been sitting in my house. Anyway, don't know where they are. They're all somewhere. I keep getting caught in the rain. It's fine. I'm trying to romanticize it, which is why I said I'm fixated on it, because I keep thinking about it. It's a really beautiful thing in theory. In practice, not so much.
Yeah.
But
something that I'm sure that like Mary Oliver wrote about, you know.
Definitely. A girl's got to do what a girl's got to do and
be in the rain.
Find beauty in things. I'm fixated on karaoke, I guess.
Heavy quotation marks
for our... About a month ago, I did karaoke twice in the span of 2 weeks. And then this weekend, I'm doing karaoke Friday, karaoke Saturday. Not super by choice. I'm being invited to these events, and they're events that I wouldn't say no to. I'm not choosing karaoke as my event, but I'm having fun. I'm working on it. I'm finding my karaoke song.
To ask you the torturous question, what is your karaoke song?
That's the thing. Like, I really don't have one. I'm working on finding her still. I think I'm big on like kind of waiting a little bit later in the night and vibing it out and seeing what everyone else is doing before I really put my song on. I really like when you're there and I can join a song that you're doing already. I'm good at a duet. I don't like having to choose the song.
Oh yeah,
do my own. Not a fan of that.
Our Suddenly Seymour.
Our karaoke song always has been Suddenly Seymour. I forgot about that completely.
Yes,
that's kind of our leitmotif.
Yes,
it follows us through time. Beautiful song, perfect song. Maybe I'll sing that tonight.
Low-key, well, I feel like we differ a little bit in this because you're a little bit truer to the game, but like my favorite version is basically the Glee version.
I really like, actually, I think my favorite is only on YouTube, and it is the Jake Gyllenhaal version, which is kind of sorry, I ride hard for Jake Gyllenhaal. I'll say it, whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. You're allowed.
And safe space. Thank you. And then my last current fixation, another annoying one, black coffee. But again, not by choice. I just moved and I have no milk in my house.
Right.
So I just keep making black coffee. But I'm getting kind of into it. I'm enjoying it more at this point.
Yeah.
And I probably will still buy milk when I go to the grocery store next. But at least I don't hate the black coffee as much as I used to.
Good. Huge.
That's that. It is huge, actually. I feel like I'm growing. I feel really annoying and like deep about it. You know?
Yes. Black coffee.
I did buy a fancier Keurig cup to drink
really?
my black coffee, so it's less gross now too. I got a fancy brand.
You've had that one for a while. I can air your shit out like that.
How about you?
Hey, cut that.
I have, yeah. I love it. I do. Only like 2 years, 3 years. 3 years.
That's fine. No, you're right.
Because I had one
when we.
I have one now.
Yeah. You got a new when we moved.
When we moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we were in our roomie era. Joelle and I have been in our roomie era kind of forever.
Yeah. It honestly feels like some like strange blip in the universe that we're not still in a roomie era, but
it is.
That blip is called grad school.
Yeah.
And I went to it.
You did go to it. You left behind.
Yes, indeed.
Whatever.
Perfect. Yeah. So that is cool. We have fixations. We have non-media fixations.
Dude, look at
they
us.
said we couldn't have them, but we did. And we proved them wrong. Now I'm rubbing my hands together nefariously. We get into the meat of it. Well, yes. And we get to ask the real question. What are we fixated on this episode?
Media-wise.
What are we fixated on? Media style. This week, last week, again, we kind of have all of February to work on. Or to work with. So we can kind of start anywhere, but there is something that we both watched.
Something big.
Relatively recently. That is the talk of the town, except also it kind of has like petered off, which I think is like
I was really kind of late to the game. That's my bad, but
no, it's so fine. But I mean like not even for our purposes. I mean more as indicative of also how I feel about it. That
everyone was talking about it before, and then the second anyone saw it, it kind of left the conversation.
Yeah, and everyone said, "Okay, whatever." Which whatever. There's a little bit also just how like algorithm social media works. We are of course talking about Emerald Fennell's Wuthering Heights. Quotation Wuthering Heights. Oh, open quotation Wuthering Heights. Close quotation. Wuthering Heights. Yes, that we've both now managed to see. I saw it opening weekend.
Yeah, I saw it maybe a month prior, post opening weekend.
Yes. And yeah, I mean, as we know, just to kind of summarize stuff that you probably already know, but this is for posterity as well.
Yes.
When people are listening years and years and years into the future.
Someday.
Yes, Wuthering Heights, adapted from Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights, which came out in actually don't even know.
I have no clue.
1847. Okay. There's a 7 in there.
Okay.
There's a 7 in there.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yes.
That was my second guess.
Yes. Adapted from that book. Which I also emphasis on loosely, which I also happened to read during the month of February, so gonna bring in that perspective.
Got more knowledge than I do. I haven't read it since high school. And if we're being real, I was probably skimming.
Well, that's one of my major takeaways with like reading the book this time, which was just that it was so refreshing to like have a more functioning brain to like understand it. Because I remember reading it in high school as well, and just like even if I was reading it, I was essentially skimming because my brain just was not.
Sometimes your brain just doesn't know what's going on when you're 16.
Exactly, and like had the benefit of it being for class, of course, so then you kind of get the major ideas, but like reading it my own time, girl, did not understand what was going on. And reading it now, again, like Loki 10 years into the future, flash forward, I was like, oh, this is like legible.
That's
I was
good.
like, this is fine. I was like, this is okay, actually.
I read a book the longest time ago now, maybe it was like a year ago, by Edgar Allan Poe. And I was like shocked by the way I could understand it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, yeah, they're old words, but I can figure it out. It's a little bit slow going, but I can get there. It's
Exactly.
really
It's
fun
insane.
sometimes to have an adult brain. Which
Yeah.
adult being 25, I feel like I'm not an adult.
Well, you know,
but
PFC.
My brain does function sometimes.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, such an added benefit, I think. And as much as you want to talk about the movie as an adaptation, I do kind of have fresh knowledge about the book.
Maybe.
But yeah, it was released 2026, Valentine's Day. I was looking, I don't know about you. What was your first reaction to the trailer, if you remember?
Honestly, I think I went, oh, brother.
Yeah.
Just because I remember seeing people talking about like the casting online and just being like, what are we doing here? And I'm not the biggest fan of Emerald Fennell's work. I tend to really like what she's doing in the first 2/3 of her movies, and then she loses me. I tend to be right there with her, and then she does something that I just can't vibe with. And so I was about expecting the same thing this time.
Yeah. I felt like I had a similar response, where I was kind of like, girl, but okay. And then there was something that shifted a little bit where I did get a little excited. Like, or okay, I always knew that I was going to be sad. I knew that I was going to be there to see the movie. Which, like, maybe that is like the like most basic level of some amount of success for Miss Fennell anyways, right? Like, she knows people are going to sit down and watch her movies. But I still was I was a little skeptical. Again, kind of not coming from any place either of being like she's gonna ruin this book. I kind of didn't care. I'm not a purist. But yeah, kind of more the casting stuff too. And then it shifted a little bit. And I think it's just because I like Jacob Elordi a bit, and I got a little excited. I think I like watched Frankenstein, and I was like, he was kind of turned in that. Like, he's good.
Yeah,
he's good in Frankenstein.
I was a huge fan of that Frankenstein. Oh my god.
Yeah, like I thought it was really affecting. And I think like he was, I mean, obviously the main, but he was like very good.
He was incredible.
He won the Critics' Choice Award.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think so.
For that. Which I was like,
sure. Go for it, Jacob.
Go for it, Mr. Jacob. Anyways.
He's really grown on me. I had not that I ever had an issue with him. I had what I would call a deep-seated fear of him for a while. Really, something about him was like quite uncanny to me, and he really freaked me out. I didn't like seeing him. And I think it was there was like one scene specifically in Saltburn where he was really charming, and I was like, oh, I got it. Okay. And so now he's just like he's in Papa's Orchard to me, almost. But he's like working his way toward Papa's Orchard for me. Now I do feel warmth in my heart toward him, which is good.
Yeah, I have like considerable stock in his career. That's what I keep on saying, almost kind of annoyingly. But I'm like, that is how I feel. I'm like, I think I could see it. I'm like invested. I could see it going well. And I like what he does. And so I kind of was getting honestly quite excited to see the movie, because I was like, maybe she is gonna like turn it and have fun, and like maybe it'll be what it's saying it's going to be. But I don't know how, like, how did you feel about it? We haven't talked extensively, actually. Like, we've texted a bit.
I think honestly, I like enjoyed it enough, like solidly, which kind of took me by surprise. I didn't hate any of what it was doing. And I think I was thinking to myself, this is, I don't know, maybe a strange thing to relate it to, but you know the Percy Jackson Lightning Thief movie? I've always said that movie, that movie on its own as a piece of media is like perfectly fine. Like, it's kind of a good, fun movie. But it being an adaptation of Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief, the novel, it makes no sense. It's an entirely different thing. They're not relatable. It's not good. It's a terrible adaptation of that movie. I got kind of the same vibe from this, where I think if this was an original story, I would have been like, that was great. That was fun. It was easy. It was light. It was cute. It was whatever. Well, easy, light, cute, whatever. Like, easy to
Margot Robbie bleeding out.
Exactly.
On the bed.
But like, I think that's exactly the same thing that I was on. Knowing that it was an adaptation of like a Bronte novel, I was a little bit like, okay, we're missing something substantial here. there's a deeper level that I'm not getting from this movie, which is fine. It wasn't trying to give that, but I kind of was wishing that it was giving that. I wasn't super into the Charlie XCX of it all. I think she did a great job, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think for me, there's a way that you can do the like modern take on an adaptation, but it was kind of switching back and forth in a way I couldn't really get into, with the costuming and the music, but then it would switch into kind of the older music and the older costuming. And I was like, a little bit, what are we doing? It just, I was feeling lost a bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed it enough. It was a fun watch.
Which is kind of huge for you in an Emerald Fennell movie.
It is.
To like kind of come away from it with like overall positive. I feel like it's usually overall
positive about it. Mm-hmm. Usually I walk away angry because I'm like, we're so close to something great and now you're pissing me off. And to not feel that way feels like a revelation. It feels great. I'm proud of her.
Yeah, it feels like growth with you guys in your relationship. Yeah, I think that, where do I want to start? I think I basically agree. Like when I first watched it, when I was first done with it, I was kind of like, okay. I was like, okay. I think I basically had like a more positive to neutral feeling about it, reaction to it. I was definitely entertained, especially in the way that like one is entertained by an Emerald Fennell movie where you're just a little bit like, all right. At least for me, I feel like there's just like a level of like kind of like in on the joke in a way or not. I don't know. And I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just kind of like, girl, you go for it. You have fun. I can tell you're having fun. Which I hope doesn't sound, it's not meant to be condescending. I feel like that could come across condescending, but like, yeah, kind of like take it for what it was. Like, for example, like I actually kind of like Saltburn, genuinely, where I'm like, that was kind of kooky crazy. Like there is an absurdity there that I think she's like aware of and she was going after that like I'm also down for. So that's what I mean, where it's kind of like, you go off, girl. But I do think that it was like a little not good. like not good isn't even useful either, but like I think that like I didn't really like the casting. I didn't think the chemistry actually worked that well. I think it just chose to do more uninteresting things with it and kind of was like inserting kind of like the basically like headcanon like sexy times was supposed to be the interesting thing and it just wasn't to me. Like it didn't do enough really. I was listening to, what was I listening to? I was listening to like Vulture critics talk about it, and I listened to critics at large at the New Yorker talk about it. And I think it was the critics at large at the New Yorker talking about it where they were like, oh, if we're going to talk about it also as like an adaptation, but kind of as something that would have made it a better movie overall as well. They were like, they made like a story that's way more about like really like kind of like toxic revenge and stuff like that. And made it more about just an affair. Like they just kind of took the teeth out of it in a way, which I could appreciate that assessment of it. Again, I'm not like a purist for an adaptation, but
I think that I kind of am.
Which is also fair, right?
Yeah.
Because I think a good adaptation, not to bring it up again, but like Loki, look at Heated Rivalry, genuinely like a really great adaptation.
One of the best I've seen in a long time, at least.
Yeah. Of course, isn't 100% faithful. No. It changes things. It adds things. Exactly. But I'm stealing again from the critics at large people. So sorry, citing them. But to summarize, they were like, but you kind of want to still, like what makes it good is still the like through line and elevation of the material, if anything. And I don't think it really succeeded at doing that, which again, kind of would have also made it a better movie. Like I have in my mind separating it from being like thinking about it as an adaptation versus thinking about it as like a movie. But I think it being a better adaptation in those ways would have also made it a better movie overall. Because the book is kind of crazy and fun in a way that it is like, truly like gothic and kind of like Heathcliff's like effed up in the head, especially after Kathy dies, like, or
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, it like continues with the story. And there's just so much more like interesting stuff there. And with Kathy's characterization as well, it just, could have been improved.
To kind of play like Emerald's advocate, she, like, that is kind of what she was trying to do. Like, she wanted to take the teeth out of it. She wanted a romance movie. Like, she wanted,
Right.
I'm assuming a lot, but like, they wanted a February 14th release date, you know? And like,
yes,
it would have been a very different film if it was a true adaptation, which in our opinions, it would have been better, I think. But like, probably not as mass media appropriate, because I think you were saying a while ago, like, your audience that you went to was full of teen girls, and I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not giving the teen girls enough credit, but I don't know if that many still would have been there if it were a more truthful adaptation.
Yeah. And I hear you. And you're bringing up a good thing that I'm trying to remember more, which is criticizing, thinking about media, like, not for what it isn't, but for what it is, which, like, it's not like it's an imperfect science, but you do make a good point, because for like with complete like credit and respect and stuff, you're right. The people who were like in the theater who I watched it with really liked it. Yeah. And again, to be clear, I like had a fine time watching it. I didn't like sit there and was like grumpy and being like, wow, I hated this. But the people who were there really liked it. It was a bunch of teeny boppers, again, Valentine's Day.
Love.
And like overheard at the movie theater, like the little like group of just like girls themselves. Because there was like some dates going on, whatever. We're like, that was so good. Like, can we please put on Tortured Poets Department like right now? And I was like, you see, I see who this audience is for. Again, that's exactly no condescension. And I was like, and you know what? And that's like kind of fair. Yeah, exactly.
That's okay.
I was like, that's
not everything
that's,
like, is for me. I'm working on accepting
exactly. Yeah, but I think it's like a matter of like, engaging generously with media, which doesn't mean you have to like it and be nice about it, but it means that you kind of like at least try to take what's there seriously. So you're right, and that is the thing. Like, people were taking it generously, less generously. Kind of her explanation of like, her approach to the adaptation too, which was basically her being like, I'm adapting it from that like mind of a younger woman, if not teenage girl, like how she first encountered it, and filling in the blanks with all of this torrid steaminess and this, that, the other. Which I read some critiques, reviews and stuff of people taking that more earnestly and like actually engaging with it, and some people not. And kind of all's fair. I will stand with, though, like, I do think the casting wasn't ideal.
No.
I think it was completely distracting for young Heathcliff and Kathy to turn into Margot Robbie at all of like 35 years old, which isn't old, but it's older than the character.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how old is she supposed to be in the novel? I don't remember.
I don't know for sure, but not that old. like genuinely, like, I don't know for sure, but like, I think probably 20s.
Yeah, there was one line they were like, she's getting up to spinster age or something like that, and I was like, I think she might be past it a little bit. Because one thing about history, also, spinsters were young. Like, a spinster, I think, was like 25. Like, it was a young thing, and I think that Margot Robbie might be past that age.
Yes. And again, so important to note that it's like, it's not that Margot Robbie's old, but it's just not smart cast. Like, it's not.
To be old is not a bad thing, but
of course,
but it just wasn't. It didn't make sense.
Yeah, it just didn't.
The story,
it was, as I said,
was not really relevant to a 35-year-old woman.
Yeah. It's like it really makes the suspension of disbelief. It really strains that.
Yes.
Really strained it a bit in a way that was unfortunate, because then I'm like sitting there and again with Peace and Love, I really did have to sit there and be like, is Margot Robbie a good actor? I kind of forget. And maybe we'll cut that because it's not a nice question, but I only ask it because, again, I only ask it because it's just like, it did kind of a disservice to her as well.
She's a great actress, but you can't necessarily act like 15 years younger than yourself and make it entirely realistic.
Exactly.
Like it's
I'm like, no matter how
it's not her fault.
No matter how ruddy you make her cheeks in the costume department.
Yeah.
She's not a 20-year-old running through the moors. But,
the moors.
That's one thing though. She did do like stylistically, no surprise, Fennell did do a good visual
something I will give her. She makes a gorgeous movie. Yeah. She does consistently. Yeah. It was beautiful. Exactly. It was great. It was like people are saying she makes a goddamn good Pinterest board. She's got a great aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah. She does.
She knows what she's doing visually. Absolutely.
I can appreciate that. Yeah. I also found the Charlie XCX soundtrack in the movie a bit distracting too.
A little bit. But I liked it enough. It didn't really make sense for me in the movie, but it was like I really liked what she was doing. I liked the music a lot. It just, I couldn't really,
Yeah, exactly. So, I have some ideas for Wuthering Heights adaptations at this point.
When we make Wuthering Heights.
When we make Wuthering Heights. No, I know there's like a lot of them out there. And so I need someone to like tell me if I'm like making this up already. But basically, here's my soft pitch. Basically, again, I find it really fascinating. Do we need another movie about a man? Maybe not. But I do find Heath's character very fascinating as you like go toward, like as you go throughout the end of the book. Because I think there's just so much opportunity for him to be like, I mean, he is super tortured. Like he's literally haunted. Which is another thing I'm like sad they weren't really able to capture in the movie, where I'm like, no, like there's again, it's like actually gothic. Like there's hauntings happening. Heathcliff is like seeing Kathy like on the moors and is like following after him, going to her tomb and doing all this thing, like all these things. But basically, so I feel like there's so much more to like dig into there. And the idea that I had is David Lowery's The Green Knight starring Dev Patel, which is basically like, I mean, more like art film, surrealist, all this type of stuff, but like similar like visual language, I think would really help. And kind of adapt it more of like truly like Heathcliff POV following his descent into madness in a sense.
Is it exactly
kind of like and kind of, even if you do want to take it as a little bit more like moral tale type of thing, like I think that would be really cool. Gonna slap IP on that if I see that crop up with someone who doesn't explicitly listen to this podcast. Exactly. I'm gonna issue a cease and desist. I'm gonna get your ass. So, but that's my thought, which I already wrote out on my Substack, shameless plug. But yes, I feel like that'd be so much fun, and that's a good movie.
I really
recommend that movie. Beautiful movie.
I haven't seen
Dev Patel.
I need to. Yeah,
it's really good.
I'm a big fan of Dev Patel, but I know that you love him. You're a bigger fan.
That's my man. Actually, though, like would drop everything.
Actually.
But yeah, that's I guess that's our any other like last thoughts?
Not on Wuthering Heights. We talked about Wuthering Heights for longer than I was expecting, but I guess we had a lot to say.
Yeah. What else have you been watching, consuming,
Can I say I have kind of a lot to say. Probably in February I read the majority of the Game Changers novels.
Here we go.
Which, having finished Heated Rivalry live, obviously, I then had to read all of them, and I read half in January and half in December. Nope, half in February. And it was a really fun time. I like to read, and they were what they were, and I love them. I say that with so much love in my heart. They're perfect for what they are, and I can't wait to see all of them in a show. I have a lot of actually opinions on that. That won't be as popular. Should I just get really...
Yeah, I say literally go for it.
Okay, so I have seen a lot of people online being so excited about specific storylines and specific characters that they want to see. I don't care. I only care about Shane, Ilya, a little bit Scott and Kip. Specifically, okay, Wyatt Hayes, I really like. And I liked him in his first one that he pops up in, Tough Guy. And also, I could be wrong. I could be incorrect about this. I'm pretty sure he's the only straight character. I think he's a straight one, and people keep calling him gay, and maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think that he is. No, because he has a lesbian sister. That's a thing. He is straight.
So like there's like Hayden's straight, right?
Hayden's straight, right. Hayden's definitely bi for Shane.
You're right.
Yeah. But I'm thinking on the centaurs of like the new characters.
Right.
Wyatt, whatever. I like Wyatt. I don't really like any of the rest of them. And specifically, what's his name? Okay. People, this is going to be unpopular. I'm going to really, people are very excited to see Troy Barrett on screen. I don't really care. And I don't necessarily want to see that guy. I reserve the right to change my opinion, which I'm sure that I will when this show comes out. Like, I'm sure that I will be really happy to see him on screen and to watch the show, and I'm sure it'll be perfect. I am tired of the storyline of like, oh my god, this guy who was homophobic was actually just homophobic because he's gay, and he's been gay the whole time, and like, yay, he's fine now, and he comes out and now he's great, and I do think that the story was done well, and like he's a well-written, well-developed character, and it's like realistic, and I understand that, and it makes sense. I kind of don't care, and I don't like him, and I don't care. Like, okay, yay, he's fixed himself, and he's not homophobic anymore, but he still was, and I don't really need to see that on my screen. I don't care. I didn't really like reading about it. I don't care. The other character was annoying to me. Sorry.
Like his love interest?
His love interest bothered me.
Was it Harris?
Harris Drover. He was cute. He was fine. He was a social media guy. I'm a social media girl. So maybe that's why I didn't care. But
you're like seeing that. I see that in the mirror every day.
There. It was like a cute story. It was perfectly fine. Nothing against the story itself. The two characters, I'm not super excited to see them on my screen. I don't care.
Yeah, I only read Heated Rivalry and The Long Game, and so I have a very tangential, very brief encounter with some of these other characters.
Yeah,
and I don't really intend to read the other ones, literally just cause. Like, no hate, just I'm like I kind of, I guess, came to the same conclusion just without reading them. I'm like, I know who I care about. I
kind of just wanted to read them because I had some time, and also I was like, I want to see as much of Shane and Ilya as I can get. I want to see where they're popping up. And it is really fun. Ilya's haunting that damn narrative. He appears everywhere, and I love it. He's kind of, sorry, I'm kind of interrupting you. He is to Rachel Reed as I think Lestat is to Anne Rice. Which I love.
Big brained.
She loves that guy. She loves that blonde bi man. Yeah, great. He's great.
Wow.
I love to see him
moment. We might have to sit
up everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Think on that, because I'm right. It's an exact comparison.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Okay, so interesting. So what's like your what's your headline out of like reading all of it? It is just that like why bother with anyone but Shane and Ilya?
And that's just me. I think that other people should absolutely bother. I'm not saying that they're bad books. But of course, they're great. I really loved them. But yeah, I think my headline is that personally, I don't care. No, that's not even, I like reading them. If we're getting limited screen time, I don't care enough about the other characters to be seeing them on my screen. Not even that I don't want to see them. I'm just not excited specifically about Troy Barrett to see him on my screen in the way that I know other people are. People are being like, oh my God, he's my baby. No, that's my enemy. Like, I don't care.
No, yes. I think it was you just kind of framing it that as well, where I'm like, yeah, call me stingy, but like, I hope they kind of don't overdo it with now the like Avengers Assemble of it all.
Because there's a lot of characters now.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed in the books. Yeah, but I want to keep my focus on my boys.
Exactly. Got to keep it
there's so much to do in the long game.
Of course, Scott should show up as well.
I do love Scott. I'm biased towards Scott.
Face card that Mr. Francois Arnault has. Francois, every time I see him. It's almost like I'm really not trying to objectify you. It's just that's a crazy face card. Like, let's just like appreciate the art.
You can be objective.
It goes dumb, stupid, like every time.
And you're not new to his game either.
I am not new to his game.
On your list.
Thank you for mentioning it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. There's this thing that happens when you take French classes from 8th grade and you're also on Tumblr.com, which is that you learn about Xavier Dolan, the little slice of Quebecois cinema, and you learn about J'ai tué ma mère, the movie, which Francois Arnault was in, plays his little boyfriend. There's the paint scene, they're rolling around on the paint, and like the Tumblr girls went crazy. I went crazy. Ended up actually fully watching the movie. I mean, let's be clear, I watched it in my own time. I looked that up illegally and I watched it.
Well, good.
But then fast forward at Fordham in my Quebecois cinema class, we did watch it formally. Yeah, fantastique. I'm going to keep on pretending to be a francophone, but please, Francois.
Francois, maybe first guest on the pod.
Exactly.
He wants to hop on by.
Viens ici.
Yeah.
S'il vous plaît.
S'il vous plaît.
That's all I got.
I also took many, many years of French, and I remember none of it.
Il sera très bien, très bon.
I would love to ask Francois his opinion on Troy Barrett, actually.
Is that your question?
Yeah.
Our little kind of question for the creators?
Yeah, question for the creator, but not for Jacob Tierney. I'm talking to Francois specifically as like an out queer man on that show. Troy Barrett, what are your thoughts? I don't need a spoiler. I don't need to know if he's going to be there or how much he's going to be there, because I'm assuming he will be there.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on him as a character and that type of character in general? Because I am so tired of seeing it. I've seen it enough.
Hate it. Oh, and that's the other thing I was going to say. That is like one of Glee's original sins.
Exactly. It's Glee. Also, that's the first time I think I saw it in real life was Glee.
Yes. What's his freaking name? Kaminsky?
Maybe. That sounds right. Is that
feels
when they sing cough syrup? Is that for him?
Like, probably.
That episode's crazy.
Kurt and Karofsky. David Karofsky. Yeah, his like full-blown like tormentor.
Yeah. At least to me, when I watched that, it was like an original thing, and I was like, but
yeah,
it's been everywhere since then. And even I'm sick and tired of people seeing people say that in real life.
Perfect. Anyways, on that happy note,
all that to be said, Troy Barrett,
fight the power. Troy Barrett. Yeah.
But again, we'll see how that opinion changes, because if he's well cast, I'm gonna love him.
Exactly. I am kind of excited to see. I'm
very excited.
Quite excited. Yeah, exactly. To see any casting changes. What's gonna happen with this new season? Eek. Whenever it shall come to us. Exciting. Okay, I want to mention like just 2 other things that I watched quickly.
Please.
I watched Industry. I think like the season 4 finale of Industry. Streaming on HBO was this last Sunday. I find Industry is like a really entertaining show. Just like I just really like the character. I think the character work is quite good. I mean, it gets really mixed up in the like jumble blah 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 of all this like businessy financy stuff. But I also think you like your ears acclimate perfectly fine. You can understand the stakes, which I think is also a feat of like really good writing. But yeah, I mean, I think that the fact that the show is developed to really being about Harper and Yasmin. I would keep on wanting to say Yasmina, but it's Yasmin. But yes, I think overall, like thinking about the beginning, I love that arc. I love that we like get to the end of the season, or really the season in general, but especially how the season ended. And yes, it's them two, still kind of duking it out, still being friends, enemies, rivals, like soulmates in some other way. Like everyone was happy because they finally, spoiler alert, kissed. But like,
I've got to start watching.
But it also was like,
I've seen some.
I don't know.
I need to watch more.
Yeah, because I kind of had it spoiled for me, this kiss, this Yaz Harper kiss, but
love that.
yeah, but I think it was both like like it's understated in the show, which meant I felt like the reaction to it was overstated, but I still liked how it happened in the show because it wasn't like this big like romantic thing. It was just, I don't know, just in this whole sequence of it, it was good. They're like out partying after they kind of like have this a little bit of a heart to heart of like exactly where their jealousy and rivalry lies with each other. And they're basically like, we'll take care of each other, like at least tonight, in the context of being like, at least tonight, like let's go partying. And so it's just like a nice montage. You kind of like, and I think it sets up well with how like the second or how the last, that was the penultimate episode, how the last episode ends. Let's just say simply, there's hope for Harper, much less for Yasmin.
Oh,
Yeah,
I say that having watched half of season 1 also.
I mean, it's crazy. She's so beautiful, gorgeous that like you still feel empathy for her, but she's like going down like one of the darker paths you possibly could. It's pretty bad. It's like, it's indicative of like some like just like really like blatant like trafficking, manipulation, etc. Yeah, like it's kind of all a little bit and very much veiled in like girl power, but like Harper works in the sense of being like, she's like, Yasmin, you don't have to do this. She was like, this is like really shady, bad stuff you're working with. Like, this is not good.
Yeah,
but
we love that.
Yasmin kind of has this complex. Yeah, right. She does have this complex of, which I think is earned. I read like one little tidbit of a critique that was like, I don't know if I buy this like arc for them, but I think it's earned. She's always had this complex of like, I think both being unfairly assessed as like less than, inferior, stupid, etc. In her words, not being necessary, especially in this like super competitive world where like, yeah, your kind of like boldness and your ability and your competency is what propels people, but also of course they're like underhanded manipulations and just like doing anything to get power, but which she exceeds at. But what she wants is to feel competent. Like she like what she wants that Harper has is to like really actually feel good at her job. But also I think that she's just not that good at her job. Like she's not good at the things that she does, or at least that like area of work that they kind of like all started at, that like Harper's still doing, which is like, yeah, being a stock portfolio investor, blah, 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 finance person. And so, yeah, her like arc has brought her to the place where she was like, no, doing this stuff. It's actually really like affecting quote, which I won't have, but in this like pleading that Harper's like low-key doing, where she's like, you really like, this is not good stuff. Like, why are you doing this? We should leave right now and go. Like she's doing the like run away with me. Like I like think like, I mean, there's like a lot of like, it's like basically romance.
Love.
She's doing that like let's go right now. What does that remind me of? Oh my God, I'm having some like really strong reaction to something trope wise that I've seen play out elsewhere. Anyways, of being like, we can go right now. We can go right now. Oh my gosh, you know what I'm feeling?
What?
Hannibal.
I still haven't
Hannibal.
seen it. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. Okay, not time to get into
that's
Hannibal.
That's another. We don't have the time. Yeah.
Yes. But yes, being like, we should go right now. Like she's like, let's leave this, let's like forget about it. And she's like, no, she was like, I feel necessary. She's basically said, she's like, I feel necessary, like I feel, it's like, she's like, it's just less pain, that's it. And you're just like, ooh, like ooh. But she's going down such like this dark path, and basically wrapping up, I think it's like really good relationship character work between them, because Harper's actually learning to be more of a human and like rely on people and have an actual team around her and like have that support, and Yasmin is not, and is doing other things. But I think it's so fun to bring this back into like silly whimsy watching, because they're like fail besties. Like we've seen fail daughters, fail sons, we've seen fail marriage, all over the place. But this is such a good representation of fail besties.
It's good to see that.
And yeah, and it's done crazy well.
Toxic evil woman media too is always lovely.
Right? Exactly. And she's just so they're just so broken inside. It's also honestly awful. Like like it's yeah, it's so like trauma informed, both of them, but you really kind of see how some of them are, how one of them's kind of escaping it a little bit and the other one's not, and you might be surprised maybe based on how it like started. Yeah, but their whole arc, like that it's one versus the other, that's kind of being able to see beyond it. Yeah, that's my industry take. Really enjoyed it. That's my industry stuff. That's some of the stuff we were fixated on. Now before we like officially exit, y'all, we have a little segment that we're gonna see. We're testing. I mean, we're testing A/B all of it, right? It's the first episode. Yeah.
It's not what A/B testing is.
I think I had to look that up the other day to be like, girl, what is A/B testing? Couldn't tell you.
It's where you test whatever it literally. I'll tell you later.
Yeah, tell me off air. Yeah. We can circle back. But yes, this is our segment called Realize, where we basically either basically sharing some media opinion that we're like kind of willing to defend because we feel like people aren't really seeing it the same way that we're seeing it, some type of little angle like that. So Ellen, I think you did your realize
yeah, I got too excited to talk about my character opinions about Heated Rivalry. So realize that Troy Barrett, maybe not all that.
There, he said it.
I'll say it. My one sentence on it. What's yours?
And I think realize that Bridget's just fine. Bridgerton is just fine. Sorry.
Bridget's just fine.
Let me redo that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cut that.
Freudian.
Let me try again. Exactly. I think my realize that Bridgerton is literally just fine. I watched the most recent season and it was just fine. Like, I feel like there's like maybe I just like take it too earnestly, like also all of the like promo resources that you get. So like new season of Bridgerton, you're like, you won't go a day without seeing it. Yeah. Really, if you use Netflix, if you're on social media, like cool. And it obviously has a big following. But it almost a perfectly fine, like again, it's just like a perfectly fine way where I'm like, Bridgerton's great at being something to watch. And as someone who loves to watch that is only going to be like a pretty much positive thing. But like, it really doesn't stand out to me much anymore. But I do think it like, I don't know, it's like very baseline solid. Some seasons have been better than others. This season was somewhere right in the middle. And yeah, I guess the part that people aren't really seeing is just that I'm like, there's not much there for real, but I'm really happy for everyone involved. And I like to watch it enough.
That counts, I guess, in the end.
Yes. But yeah, okay.
Not everything has to be high art. But I also say that as someone who's never seen Bridgerton. So maybe it is to you.
Right, exactly.
What is is high art to some people is not to others, and that's fine.
Exactly. Which makes me so tempted to. I was reading this like pop cultural theory book, whatever, that was really making me think of those distinctions between high art, low art, highbrow, lowbrow. But for another time. Because we need to wrap it up.
We do need to wrap it up.
That was our episode. That was the episode. Yes, our most recent stuff. I mean, that's basically gonna try to be the format of the episode. I hope y'all enjoyed. We'll have to see you soon. Looking forward next time to, it's gonna be Oscars talk, basically.
It is gonna be Oscars talk 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. And I think we've done a swell job between us watching a lot of Oscar-nominated movies.
I think so.
And so we should have a lot to talk about. Some of the movies, and we'll be able to talk about some of the wins if I have the calendar.
Yeah, correct. I think so. I've got
maybe one more to
Saturday
after.
2 more to
Ooh,
watch.
look at you.
Of Best Picture nominees. I'll report back on that. I could be lying.
Yeah. Maybe you are. What are they going to do about it?
You'll never know.
Yeah, I had a great time learning about Troy Barrett, Ellen.
I love to talk about things that you don't talk about, and I love to learn from you as well about shows like Industry that I haven't seen.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. Yes. Okay. So now I guess that's it. Bye-bye. Please follow us on the things.
Follow, listen, like, subscribe.
Exactly.
Everything.
We will see you guys very soon. We upload every other week.
Wednesdays. Every other Wednesday. Wednesdays, in theory. Hopefully.
Exactly. We are going to
hold us to that.
This was great. All right. Bye.